Alright, so this is picking up just about exactly where I left off. Um, in real life as well as in the game. So you saw me look in this chest before, and we're just going to take care of that now because some of the things that I want to do off camera require me having some of the tech, and we're gonna knock that out, as well as get some questing done. So first off, we're going to make a redstone furnace. So I've got bricks somewhere around here. Apparently I didn't quite manage to, well, I thought I had bricks somewhere around here. I am just not seeing them. Oh, well, whatever. Watch this magical trick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I will probably actually need more bricks then. You know what? F it. Let's smelt all of that. So the induction furnace requires machine frame, tin gears. So let's grab some tin. Let's grab some iron. Alright. Now it also requires glass. And some iron. So I think I had three machines planned. So making 3 of these is probably not a terribly bad idea. Let's get some copper. So copper gears. So we need gold and redstone for this. So I don't remember what all of the things that I had planned were as far as building. Oh, here are my bricks. Go me. So bricks, redstone furnace basic. So now if I put that here, and you probably saw me carrying these around, flux ducts. It has power, and you may have seen the recipes. So we're just going to turn all of this straight into leather. That should be 16 pieces, and that can work while we're doing other things. So that gets us a little bit further. Another thing that I wanted to accomplish as far as crafting, if we look in the quests for tech guns, this is what we needed the leather for, and that will replace our soldier's outfit, which is getting pretty beat up. An ammo press. So let's look at what we need for the ammo press. Ammo press. There it is. So copper, lead, iron, redstone, copper, iron, redstone, iron, flint. So let's grab flint, redstone, lead, copper nuggets. In case you didn't see, the copper nuggets are for this wire, all of it. So let's do that. So I think I need 2 of these for sure. So let's build that. And we'll build that. Ammo press. I have no idea if this needs power. Let's find out. It does in fact need power. Good to know. So for the moment, we'll put it here. I will arrange things further as it becomes necessary. So, oh, here, this is the easy way. $21. 21. 21. So, furnace is now pumping. Alright, so let's check our quests really quick. Quests. That gives us steel. So, that was one of the things that was going to be important to us. So now we need to mass produce pistol rounds. So if we make 128 pistol rounds, you know, I don't know how this press works. So let's look up pistol rounds. This will help us clear the next tower. So in the press, it requires gunpowder, tin, and steel. Bronze, copper, lead. Okay. So the question is, if we do this, it produces 8. Now, lead's a little bit, oh, interesting. Lead's a little bit harder for us to get than copper is turning out to be. So when we have some gunpowder, so for example, I don't have any lead. So that's a thing. Anyway, we'll deal with that in a minute. How about a shotgun? A shotgun seems fun. So, shotgun. You'll notice it needs 2 iron barrels, 2 flint and steel, and a wood gun stock. So, 2 flint and steel. So, iron, 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 iron. Get rid of this arrow, it's okay. So, shotgun. We need a gun stock. Shotgun. The shotgun is pretty awesome as far as that goes. And I think, do I have any ammunition for it? I do not. So does this complete the quest? It wants a loaded shotgun. So for the moment, we'll put this back in the chest. Alright, quests. Thompson. What does it take for a Thompson? Thompson requires barrel, iron receiver, SMG magazine, and a wood gun stock. So, iron. Okay. So, gun stock. Barrel. So, a receiver requires these. SMG magazine requires another mechanical parts. And that. And that. So, I believe this one also requires a fully loaded one. So, awkward. Let's talk about SMG rounds. So I can just make pistol rounds with that. So let's grab some of this lead that I'm carrying. Lead. I think it also wanted copper. Is that right? Copper. And we've got gunpowder on us. So gunpowder, copper, lead. Well, it makes noise. That's fun. So we'll do that. Now we can load this. But even better, we can also now load our pistol, which is very exciting. So we're just going to take that out of the ammo slots, throw that in the ammo slots, pull these out, put them in here for the moment. So we'll check our quests. We can claim that. So metal press. What is it? What do we need for the metal press? Metal press. So metal press requires wait. These enchanted books should just go out of my inventory. So piston, there we go. So metal press. So we'll make one of those. We'll make one of these if we can. We can. Excellent. And we'll make one of those. We now have a metal press. Go us. So this probably also requires RF. So I'm not precisely sure what the metal press is good for. Okay, so with obsidian and steel, we can make obsidian steel. Tin, we can make tin plates. Copper makes copper plates. Bronze, iron, steel, lead, iron plate, and flint make mechanical parts. That's actually a lot cheaper as far as iron, too, because one iron plate is simply one iron ingot. Hardened. Okay. So, yeah, that, well, 2 of these to make that. So that's 9. And it takes 5. Because the recipes for this are, okay, yeah, that's better. That's good. Gauss rifle slugs. I can't imagine how much damage that does. Grenades. Advanced rounds for tech guns. Steam armor plating. Carbon fiber plate. Yep, that looks pretty exciting. But it has power now. Notice we now have leather, which is very good. Kinetic orb. Let's go throw these bad boys in there. So, questing. We did some questing. Mechanical parts. So how much leather do we actually have? Not enough. We could certainly use more leather. So that'll be one of the things that we need. We also need power storage. So this is one of the options that we have for power storage. So, but we still need to make a enrichment chamber. So we've got steel for that. Basic control circuits. Oh, wait. Metallurgic infuser is actually what we want. Oh, we spelled that wrong. Metallurgic infuser. So, conveniently, I don't know exactly how that happened. We have all the parts on us for a metallurgic infuser. You can't tell me that wasn't planned. Alright, so, metallurgic infuser. So that's done. Now with this we can do silly things like the mechanism battery cube. So this requires energy tablets, which requires the enriched alloy, which is redstone and iron. It's basically a one-to-one recipe. We're going to need 2 batteries, which requires 2 each of these enriched alloys. So we need 4 redstone and 4 iron. 1, 2, 3, 4. I seem to have misplaced the rest of my iron. Just grab a lot, apparently. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just looking at the time really quick, we're at 17 minutes. So I'm really excited about having more rounds, and it's a little sad how sad I am, or how happy I am about that. Oh, one of the things that we need to be making is this induction smelter. So this requires a bunch of things that I think that we've already got ready to go. So, and the reason I want this induction smelter so that's an Invar gear. Oh my gosh. But the reason I want an induction smelter is with the induction smelter, it has 2 inputs. It will make doing ores easier, like alloys and such like that, like Invar, for example. Now I can grinder. What is it called? This would be industrial foregoing. We might actually have to do it through IC2. So let's see, these are all generator types, bottling plant, fluid, compressor, electric furnace, extractor, iron furnace, macerator. Macerator is probably what we want. So basic machine casing, So now that we have this fancy thing over here, we can simply go 1, 2, 3, 4. And hopefully this will make us plates that IC2 will take. Yes, it will. So the macerator also takes, some copper. Oh my gosh, IC2 and its love of plastic. Well, honestly, we're basically out of time. I am going to attempt to get some of the other things accomplished. We need what we're trying to do is if we make some iron dust, if we make some iron dust, then we can take iron dust and combine the iron dust for Invar blend with nickel. Not actually sure that I have any nickel now that I'm thinking about it. Nickel would also be ferrous. Lead, bauxite. Bauxite's aluminum. Zinc, magnetite, magnetite, steel, iron, galena. Galena is, if you'll recall, turns down to silver and lead. Bauxite, iron. Okay, so I'm going to have to do some looking into being able to make Invar. So one of the things that we're still waiting on as far as stopping our progress is actually just this sap from the trees. Another thing that we could do is latex processor. So it requires iron gears, 2 furnaces, whatnot. So let's see if we can throw down for that. Because once you guys have seen me build the latex processor, then off camera I can set up some latex processing, which means I'll be able to get a little bit further. So I think I'm carrying all of the rest of it, or have access to it. So let's see if we can knock this out really quick. We'll use this recipe. We've already got some of those. Alright, one of these. And did I put those away? I surely did. This might actually have been on my planned crafting list. I didn't especially make it. I'll probably run power through the floor or something. But so we'll put it there. Shoot. Okay. So I'd forgotten that this not only requires power, but it requires, a medium. So I'm probably just going to make another servo in some of these fluid ducts and just pipe it across. So let's look at a retriever. Because the retriever requires an Eye of Ender, which I can't make. Okay. Let's not look at a retriever. I think I've got glass in here. Servo. And higher level servos do cooler things, but I'm just not quite able to make them yet. I might have some here, backpack. Item duct, backpack, fluid duct. So I guess I will make another one of these. So fluid duct, recipe, go. There we go. Watch me fumble my way through an entire episode of tech. Pop that bad boy here. Turn it on. Ignore redstone signal. Now we have latex. As soon as I can run power through this, this will begin processing. My next step is, of course, going to be a block placer. And I will probably do the block placer off camera. It's just droppers, which are cobble and redstone. I'm going to do it with a machine frame, and I'm going to slowly get enough plastic for this. As you'll recall, plastic is cooked dry rubber, which is 9 tiny dry rubber balls. And that is made at the latex processing unit, which, as I recall, 1,000, a bucket of fluid latex makes a tiny ball. So I need many buckets. So I know that you guys would be vastly excited to watch me make, what is that, 4, 12, oh, I can do math. 4 and 9 is 36. So I need basically 36 buckets of latex per machine. And keep in mind, I'm also going to be using it for that IC2 nonsense over there. So what I'm probably going to do is set up an extractor area where I can just feed logs in, and it will round robin to extractors and block placers and basically the beginnings of semi-automated plastic. So that's my episode for today. I hope that it was pleasing. If it was, leave a like down below. Comments will tell me what I do better. If you don't like it, tell me what I do better. If you do like it, leave a like, etc. Any other questions, comments, concerns can also go down below, and I will carefully consider each one. So this is probably going to be the second episode in the day that it comes out, or maybe the first of 2 in the next day. And I've gotten so far ahead of myself, and I'm kind of enjoying this, so there we go. Alright, thanks for showing up. I'll see you next time. You guys have a great night.